everyone! Today I want to show you how to crochet this cute little ball horse. It's the third animal of my ball animal series and I hope you like it. What do you need? You need, of course, a color for the body. I use chenille yarn. This is Honey Bunny from Hobby. This is probably the color Mulberry. Number 55. Unfortunately, I lost the label, but this should be Mulberry. You can use gray, white, black, any color you like. This is just for the body. Then you need another color for the mane. It's up to you. You can use the same color as well. This is number 3, Oat Milk. A little bit of white. This is color 0 for the nose. Black for the hooves. This is color 124. And a little bit of cotton yarn in similar colors for the magic rings. What else do you need? Of course, scissors, a darning needle and stitch markers. I use a 5.5mm hook, some 16mm safety eyes. I have colorful ones, but you can use black ones as well. And this time you're going to need a lighter. Let's get started. Let's make the ears. We start with a slip knot and leave an end long enough to knot on the ears. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Chain another 3 and pull each stitch tight. 2 and 3. This is going to be the tip of the ear. Now we turn the chain around and we work into the back bumps. We have 3. 1, 2, 3. First we make a single crochet, then a double crochet, then we yarn over, slip the hook into this tiny piece of yarn, this loop which is on the double crochet, yarn over again, insert the hook into the back bump, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through all 3. And then yarn over, pull through, and fasten off. Again, a long enough tail for the ears so we can knot them on. And that is the first ear. We need 2 of them. Let's make the mouth. Again, we start with a slip knot on our hook and a magic ring. We make 8 single crochets into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we tighten the ring. And we make 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. We turn it sideways and work into the back bump. 3 single crochets. per stitch. 1, 2, and 3, and we finish it with a slip stitch into the first stitch. Now we can fasten it off. We are already done. Make a knot in our magic ring. And we cut our yarn ends off. In this case, not only the magic ring, but this one as well. Otherwise, that mouth would be too much. The yarn ends would be too much for it. It would look strange. There is our mouth. Let's make the legs. We start with a slip knot in black on our hook and our trusty magic ring. We make 8 single crochets into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We pull our magic ring tight. For the second round, we only work into the back loop. It's a little bit hard to see with the black yarn, but the back loop is visible. We make 8 single crochets, but before we start our round, we secure our magic ring. So we have the first stitch. Let's make 7 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. In the third round, we'll make some decreases. We start with 2 single crochets, 1, 2, then we make an invisible decrease, so we go into the front loop of the next 2 stitches, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through. Let's do that again. 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and a decrease. Hook into front loops, yarn over, pull through, and this time we don't finish the stitch with black, we finish it with the body color, in this case mulberry. Yarn over, pull through. Now we are first securing our yarn. We just make a knot, no one's gonna notice. Don't pull it too tight or your stitches are going to be too tight. And off with the black. For the fourth round, we work slip stitches into the back loop only. We do this so we have a clear line between the hooves and the body. So not through the complete stitch, only through the back loop, and we don't pull our slip stitches too tight. We make them pretty loose because we will work into them in the next round, and if they are too tight, it's difficult. Now that's a little bit too loose. Don't make it too loose. They need a little bit of substance. So back loop and slip stitch. There is a back loop and slip stitch. If you point it upwards, not sideways like normally, but upwards, you can see the loops better. That's the back loop, that's the front loop, that's the back loop, that's the front loop. Ah, those fluff. Back loop. And the last two. There you go. And if we work now into both loops, we have still a very clear line, not as zigzaggy as it would be normally. The next two rounds, the next two rounds are going to be just single crochets into each stitch for 3 rounds. First round is a little bit tricky because slip stitches are tighter than normal single crochets. That's why I said make them loose. There you go. Round 1. And we make 2 more. And this is the last stitch of the round. The leg is almost finished, but we will crochet the sides together. To make it a little bit easier, we wrap our yarn around the leg. I do it again. This is how you normally would hold it, but we just take our yarn and wrap it around so we can now more easily put it into the first stitch of the new row and the last stitch of the previous row. And we make a single crochet into the next 2 stitches, single crochet. I prefer the last stitch to be a slip stitch, but you can make a single crochet as well. It won't make much of a difference. I don't stuff the leg. We have the yarn end within the hoof and the rest of it has to be flat, so no stuffing needed. We need 4 of those. Let's make the body. We start again with the slip knot on our hook and a magic ring. We make 6 single crochets into the magic ring. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In the next round, we make 6 increases. Increase 1, and we add a stitch marker into the first stitch so we don't lose a start. Second increase, at the third, fourth, fifth, and the last increase. Before we proceed, we secure our magic ring. The third round is an increase round again. You make 1 single crochet and an increase 6 times. Now we have 18 stitches in total. The next round we increase again, this time with 2 single crochets and an increase 6 times again. 2 single crochets and an increase 5 more times. Now we have 24 stitches in total, but we will increase again, this time with 3 single crochets and an increase 6 times. 1, 2, 3, and an increase, and 5 more times. Now we have 30 stitches in total, and we will crochet round 6 to 9, that's 4 rounds, just 30 stitches around. And this is round 9. I secure my yarn. Now we place the eyes. I try to put them basically in the middle, so I fold it in half. And we place the eyes. We place the eyes between the 6th and the 7th row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's between 6 and 7. I just plug them in. There we go. And this is where the nose will go, so I just put them a little bit more in the middle, like that. There are 3 stitches in between them. That's will be fine. Let's add the ears. We fold it again, and we place the ears directly above the eyes. So roughly here. We take the ear and we pull both strands through one hole. And then we take a needle and secure the back of the ear. For that, we go roughly 2 stitches behind the ear. This is where it gets out. And we go 1, 2 behind. There. And just go through the last stitch. Let's take this loop too. And back in there. Now we can make a knot. Not too tight, so the head doesn't scrunch up. And there is our first ear. Let's do this again. Above the eyes. Both strands. Now, come on. One, two. Let's go into this one. And through the last stitch. And back in there. Here we are. Our horse has now ears. Now we can finish the body and we will sew on the mouth afterwards. We are now at round 10. We will start to decrease. We make 3 single crochets, one, 2, 3, and now we make a invisible decrease. We go into both front loops of the next stitches, pull yarn through and through 6 times. For the next round, we make 2 single crochets and a decrease. And decrease 6 times. For the last round, we just make 9 regular decreases. So not only the front loops, we go into the stitch, pull up a loop, into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and pull through all 3. 9 times. And the last decrease. I like to finish the round with a slip stitch, but you can just fasten off. Now we can assemble our horse. Let's assemble the horse. We take a little bit of cotton yarn I like to secure the tip of the mouse first, right between the eyes. Like that. And then I just follow the stitches down. That's not the stitch I wanted to. I wanted like that. Yeah, much better. This, you push this inward. It's a little bit too far in between. You can see the yarn. This is the reason why I don't like sewing in amigurumi. But sometimes, and this is such a case, it won't work without. Almost done. There. Now all that's left, have a little chaos in here, it seems. Ah, there you are. You can't just stuff the yarn in there. I cut it. There you go. If you like, you can add some nostrils with black. I keep it plain. So now we stuff it. a little bit more. That feels good. And we close the hole with a little bit of cotton yarn. We just go through the front loops of each stitch. Pull it a little bit tight, and I put my needle in there, and then I make my knot. Tight, 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 tight. Don't pull too hard, or the yarn will snap. And now we can pull it in, and the yarn is no longer visible. We are almost done. What's missing? We have to sew on the feet and the mane and the tail. Again, a little bit of cotton yarn, and I like to add the feet, that two are looking more at the front and two on the back, and there's a little bit of a square between them. I line them like this. That's roughly the middle, and the leg ends in the middle of the ball. Again, just a knot. And we hide the yarn ends inside. For the last detail, we need a lighter and yarn in the color of the mane and the tail. My horsey has gotta get blonde, and I just take the yarn and wrap it around my hand about 16 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And now yarn fluff everywhere. Nope. Sixteen strands and a lot of fluff. This is where the lighter comes handy. Let's take this one. Chenille yarn is shedding, always. But there's a little trick to keep that from happening. I just pulled out a little bit of the fluff so the inner strands are visible. I don't know if you can see that. So we just touch the yarn with a lighter, just roughly, and then we pinch, and we do this again, just slightly and pinch. And now there's no more fluff. We do this with every single strand. Time to add the mane and the tail to our horsey. I cut 5 of the strands in half for the mane, and 6 of them I kept as long as I got around my hand for the tail. For the tail, I arrange them so they are equal on both sides, so I can determine the middle. I put 5 strands in the middle, and the last strand I knot around it. That's the last possibility to make it the same length, just like that. I keep that separated, and we knot our tails on around here. This is roughly the middle. We pull one strand through, and just make another knot. Since it is chenille yarn, it won't come undone. And the tail. And now we are making the mane. The mane we knot on 2, just roughly the middle, around those stitches, 2 strands per stitch, and just pull through and tie a knot. Same stitch again, as I said, 2 per stitch. And a knot. And we continue that. That is the next one. Now just continue. There you go. The horse is finished. You can make the mane out of cotton yarn too, then you don't have to singe the edges at the ends. But I prefer chenille yarn because it's a more complete look. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can put them down below. And I'm going to see you the next time. Bye bye!